Ever wished you could stop someone's pain, crush their enemies, and rewrite reality just to see them win? That's the heartbeat of Kendrick Lamar and SZA's Luther, a collision of love, power, and raw devotion. Hi, I'm BMRJR. We're diving deep into the lyrics, from fiery justice to intimate promises, to uncover what makes this track hit so hard. Kendrick Lamar kicks off the verse with a playful but loaded line. Hey, Roman numeral 7, Bay, drop it like it's hot. The Roman numeral 7 could symbolize a few things: luck, spirituality, or even a reference to the seventh track on an album, which often holds deeper meaning in hip hop. When he says, drop it like it's hot, it's a callback to Snoop Dogg's classic, but here it feels like he's telling someone to let go of their worries and just vibe with him. Then the fantasy begins. If this world was mine, I'd take your dreams and make them multiply. This is where the song's core theme clicks into place. He's not just offering love, he's offering power. It's not just about protecting someone, but amplifying their potential like a God level blessing. The next line, I'd take your enemies in front of God. He's not just threatening them, he's dragging them into some divine courtroom, exposing them to judgment. The fire he mentions could mean truth, punishment, or even just the heat of his own intensity. The repetition of fa mimics gunshots, which ties back to the idea of taking action. He's not just talking, he's ready to act. When he says, they just want a kumbaya na, he's calling out fake peacemakers, people who pretend to want harmony but don't really fix anything. Kendrick isn't interested in empty unity. He'd rather confront problems head on. The chorus, led by SZA with Kendrick joining in, shifts the tone from Kendrick's fiery declarations to something more bittersweet and reflective. When SZA sings, "In this world, concrete flowers grow," she's painting a picture of beauty surviving in harsh conditions. Flowers pushing through cracks in pavement, thriving where they shouldn't. It's a metaphor for resilience, suggesting that even in a tough, unfeeling world, fragile and beautiful things can still exist. But there's also sadness in it, because flowers shouldn't have to grow in concrete. The line hints at struggle beneath the surface. Then comes heartache, she only doing what she know. Here, heartache is personified as a woman stuck in her ways, repeating the same painful patterns because it's all she's ever known. It's a relatable idea, how people often cling to familiar pain instead of risking change. But the next lines, weekends, get it poppin' on the low, better days coming for sure, introduce a glimmer of hope. There's a sense of temporary escape, weekends, hidden fun, and faith that things will improve even if the present is hard. The second half of the chorus takes a sharper turn. If it was up to me, I wouldn't give these nobodies no sympathy. Now, the speaker is ruthless, dismissing anyone who doesn't matter to them or their loved one. It's protective, even selfish in a way, putting one person's happiness above everyone else's. Then comes the emotional core. I'd take away the pain, I'd give you everything. I just want to see you win. There's no grand metaphor here, just raw devotion. It's a promise to shoulder someone else's hurt and pour all their energy into lifting them up. The chorus ends by looping back to the title line, "If this world were mine," which now feels heavier after all these layered emotions. It's no longer just a daydream. It's a longing to fix things that feel broken, to create a softer world for someone who deserves it. Verse 2 marks a dramatic shift in tone and content from the rest of the song, transforming from philosophical musings about power and protection into a moment of intimate sensuality. The back and forth exchange between Kendrick and SZA creates a playful, almost flirtatious energy that stands in stark contrast to the heavier themes explored elsewhere in the track. The verse opens with a rhythmic call and response structure that mimics the physicality of the moment being described. It go in when you out, ride it, do it real slow, slide. This isn't just clever wordplay. It's a masterclass in using lyrical cadence to mirror physical motion. The staggered delivery makes you feel the push and pull of the encounter, with the parenthetical response functioning like a lover's whispered encouragement. When Kendrick follows with "Baby, you a star, strike, pose," it blends sexual energy with genuine admiration, suggesting this intimacy is about celebration as much as pleasure. What makes this verse particularly interesting is how it uses luxury imagery as foreplay. Lines like rari, red, crown, stack, wrist, stay, froze, really, do double duty. They're both literal displays of wealth and metaphorical expressions of desire. The red Ferrari becomes a stand-in for passion, the frozen wrist, a reference to expensive iced-out watches, symbolizes something precious and unchanging. Even the demand to drip, tell me, pound, if you, on the way home, love me, transforms material possessions into emotional currency, where showing off becomes a form of vulnerability. The real genius of this verse lies in its subtle power dynamics. While on surface it appears to be about physical connection, there's an undercurrent of emotional negotiation. Phrases like when you, with me, everything goes slow suggest a relationship where both partners dictate the pace, where presence automatically alters reality. The deliberate slowing down of time, everything goes slow, indicates this is about more than sex. It's about creating a separate world for just two people, if only for a moment. Verse 3 serves as the emotional climax of the song, where all the previous themes of power, protection, and desire crystallize into something remarkably vulnerable. Unlike the godlike posturing of verse 1 or the sensual playfulness of verse 2, here we get raw confessionals delivered with a quiet intensity that cuts deeper than anything else in the track. The opening line, I can't lie, immediately signals we're entering unfiltered territory. This is truth telling time, no metaphors needed. The confession, I trust you, I love you, I won't waste your time, packs three seismic relationship declarations into one breath. Notice the progression. Trust comes before love, suggesting this is hard won emotional territory. The promise not to waste time feels particularly poignant coming from artists known for their complicated romantic histories. There's a maturity here we haven't heard elsewhere in the song, especially when followed by I turn it off just so I can turn you on, which transforms from a sexual entendre into something more profound about prioritizing connection over distractions. What makes this verse so powerful is its balance of confidence and vulnerability. Lines like, I'm not even trippin', I won't stress you out, and I might even settle down for you, carry weight because we believe them. There's no swagger, just quiet assurance. The repetition of, I'ma show you I'm a pro, works as both a lover's promise and an artist's vow, blurring the lines between romantic and creative devotion. When Kendrick says, I'ma take my time and turn it off just so I can turn you on, baby, the second time it lands differently. Less about physical arousal, more about emotional presence. The verse's conclusion ties beautifully back to the chorus with better days coming for sure, but now it feels earned rather than hopeful. Where earlier sections dealt in fantasies of control, this verse shows real relationship work, the choice to trust, to focus, to commit. It's the most human moment in a song full of grand gestures, proving that sometimes changing someone's world doesn't require godlike power, just showing up as your authentic self.